Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk about the hard truth of dropshipping and the stories that nobody is really talking about. Especially 99% of the gurus, they're afraid to talk about this because they're afraid to lose clients or to lose the potential to get even more coachings. And well, honestly, I don't really care so much because I'm just here to kind of tell you how it really goes in dropshipping and what I think about it, the way I feel about it. So, what most people get wrong is that they genuinely think that in 1 month that's within 1 month of starting dropshipping, they can quit their job, they can buy a Lambo for their mom, they can go to Dubai and live there forever, and they want to get most things done for them, um, because there's this narrative which is being pushed all the time on internet with ads and all this kind of stuff that it all looks so easy that everybody's like, yeah, I'll just start dropshipping as well and I'll just go print, brrr, you know. But the hard truth is that many people, even from my students, when they made 10, 15K profit in a month or in 2 months, and we would have the discussion, they're like, yeah, I'm still going to school or I have my job, should I really quit with it? I would always tell them, no, don't do it. And I'm going to tell you why. Even though dropshipping is such an amazing business model where you can just almost with no investment get started and become a fucking millionaire and make a lot of money as well in e-com. I mean, I'm the living proof of it. I'm 26 years old living in Dubai and look where the fuck I'm at, you know? And I want to make clear as well that this is not my house. I'm in an Airbnb, by the way, right now, okay? I'm actually going to go into my new crazy apartment in a few days, but you'll see that later. But all facts aside, the hard thing about dropshipping always going to be payment processing. And so what do I mean by that? So that is basically the way that you're receiving the payments from your customers, right? So you have a Shopify store, you integrate your payment methods, it can be credit card, Ideal, bank contact, or a PayPal, Stripe, doesn't matter. And once you're making some money, 20k, 100k revenue, whatever, it doesn't happen so quickly, but they make and put a percentage of your money on reserve, right? And the reason that it happens is because many people, they will just, I mean, like many merchants, they will just ship out shit products. And first of all, like the customer is very unhappy. They get the products well very late, and you name it, all kind of issues happen, especially there in the back end. Then, of course, the payment process is also gonna be like, yo, if these merchants are so risky, then why don't I just hold a percentage of it as safety measure? Which I totally get, by the way. I totally get it, you know. Um, so what happens? This happens later, most of the times, like later. Okay. So what happens is that a dropshipper stage one, he has maybe 2k in his bank account. He starts making some money. Yeah, 1 month, second month shit, third month or like the fourth month, 10k, maybe 15 or 20k profit on a bank account, 40, whatever, later 40, 50, whatever. But even before the 40, 50k, they decide to either quit their job or they decide to quit school and go all in on ecom. This is where most people, when they do that, it goes down bad because all the issues mostly happens after that. And the reason why this people think like there's a successful way too quickly, they get too comfortable and all these issues and then suddenly happen because believe me when I say it, you always go as entrepreneur like literally from it's so over to we're so back to it's so over to we're so back all the time fucking again. All the fucking time, all the time again. And at some point you will get used to it. So whatever happens in my case, I don't get surprised anymore. If I lose 20k or 30k in a day for whatever reason, or something would happen, or my ads go shit, I'm like, oh yeah, ecom. Or when it's the opposite, when I make a bunch of money, I'm also like, oh yeah, it's ecom. I just made 20k profit today, or whatever, you know. So you get numb to these things at some point. But as a beginner, I can understand that it's really hard, which was also for me. Okay, so in that phase, it always happens. So when people ask me, and I'm gonna also dissect two kinds of people in here. So the one is a person who's still living with their parents, a young guy, and which no really costs or responsibilities in life, and the older person is a person who has like 2 kids, wife, family, whatever. Now I'm gonna give both real cases in real life from one of my students. Okay? So I have a student, and I'm gonna call him in this case Dylan. Okay? So let's talk about the old guy first. So this guy, he joined the program. The first month was shit. Second month, he started making money. I think he did like 8K in profit second month. The third month, he made like 15K in profit, something like that. So from losing money to 8K profit to around like 15K in profit, right? So in this whole 3 months in the program, he made 23K in profit, you know? So this is just one of the normal cases, you know, because the guarantees that we have is that we will bring it to 10K profit a month, and which he obviously did. And then, so what happened is that this guy is 43 years old. He has 2 kids. He has a wife. He has a house. And at this point, he had maybe like around 20K on his bank account. And then he said like, I'm gonna quit my job. And I was like, what? I'm gonna quit my job, full all income, you know, just all in income. He said, bro, you helped me so much. Thank you very much. Blah blah. I'm like, yeah, I know. Why now? I said, do you even know what kind of risks there's also with? Because every nice business model, which is very attractive in the beginning, does always have in the long term more risks and downsides with it. If something is very hard to begin and get profitable with, later in the end, it's going to be more consistent. Stuff that gets really easily profitable in business in general in the beginning, you will see that later it gets harder, which is the case with dropshipping. How hard it sounds. It is not like if you do 100K today, I mean like 100K revenue in January, oh, let's just jump up the budgets, double and make 200K. That's not how it works. That is just really not how it works, okay? There's so many more stuff that comes with it. That is why I'm always preaching about is that this shit is a business. It's not fucking passive income, you know? None of the shit you're gonna do in your life is gonna be a passive income. It's bullshit. None of it. It's not Amazon FBA, it's not YouTube automation, it is not branding. Bro, it's all a fucking business, bro. You have to put in the hard work, bro. And so I told him, don't do it. He said, Faruk, why? I said, listen, don't do it. And the reason why I said this was because whenever you do drop shipping and you get to that point of revenue, and when you have kids, and maybe a processor can do shit, or maybe your products aren't gonna hit for 1 or 2 weeks, you only have a buffer of 20K on your bank account. What's gonna happen if the next 2 months you don't make money? Well, I'm not saying in here that you have to think negatively. The chance of him not making any money in the upcoming 2 months with dropshipping is low, because he knows the stuff, he knows how we do it. He's probably gonna make even more money, but still, what is the risk that comes with it? He has 2 kids, he has a house, he has a wife. If one of the older payment processors, they just shut him down, or one of his suppliers suddenly they fuck it up, or maybe he makes a mismanagement mistake, bro, you're done. You know, you have to start all over again, which is not really a problem. But if you have kids and you need to feed them, you have a housewife, your wife's a housewife, bro, it's gonna be very hard. So instead of taking those risks, make a little bit of more money and calculate for yourself, what is my cost of living every month? How much do I spend every month? If I quit now, how many more months can I survive? If the answer is at least 6 months, then I'd say, all right, go for it. If not, don't do it. Just don't do it. And in this 6 months, obviously as well, take into consideration how much you're going to spend on the business and not only on the personal life. All right? So I told him, make the calculation, and then he told me it's going to be around like 40K or something that he needs for in that kind of case. Then I told him, yeah, go ahead, go for the 40K, and then stop it. Which he eventually did, and then he quit his job, and now he made more money. Now the next case is somebody. This is a guy, by the way, also like in his program. He's even the coach right now. His name is Omid, and I mean he enrolled the program. He had a normal job. I think he was making 2K or less than 2K a month, and then yeah, he just started from ground zero with ecom. You know, he was in the program for I don't know 3 or 6 months, something like that. And obviously the first month it was just okay. He had maybe 1 or 2 winners, and then later was shit and better again. But bro, like for example, this guy, I'm not sure right now how it is, but um, especially I know for sure like back then, just living with his parents, goes to work, makes money, can invest everything back. He's not going out. He's only working 24/7, focused on what's really important. And then yeah, bro, I think when he had like 20K profit or something, and he said I'm gonna quit my job, I said, bro, go for it, because even if you're gonna get totally fucked up right now, it's a better reason to go all in at that point, because you can put way more time compared to the risk there is out there to make this decision, which he did, and it paid off because he scaled to 100K months after that as well, right? So what I'm trying to prove in here is that it's harder than you think. Make your calculations and then make a decision. It is a business, and treat it like a real fucking business. And don't be selfish. Don't only think about yourself. Think about the people around you. If I do this, what is the real impact gonna be? Okay? And that is why having a mentor is so important. Because I told the story a lot of times as well about like the tap and then it gets dry and the bucket with the water. I can go over it all over again, but my mentor as well advised me the same back in the days when I was making money, you know? He said, don't spend too much, watch out, because when it's over, it's so over. And when you're coming back, you're really coming back. But you're not really an entrepreneur until you really come to the point where you lose some money and you really make it all back. Before that, you're not a real entrepreneur, in my opinion, you know? So that's what I also wanted to say, guys. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. And for those who don't know as well, um, you can join our Discord, by the way. It's $50 a month. You learn the basics of dropshipping, um, one call a week. But if you really want to take to the next level, either you're starting with ecom or you failed and you want to learn about how we're dropshipping in the EU markets and doing it in our way and how we're making money there, um, and see how I came to the situation as well right now here in Dubai. Um, I would just say check out the link below and book a call with our team and see if you're also a good fit. And we only take fucking savages, right? So the guy if you're gonna book the call and the guy you're gonna speak to, yeah. What is really important is be serious. If not, the guy can spot you and he'll just stop the call, right? So I want to make that very clear. Anyway, that's it. Peace out.